Hi, Heather.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's fun this week. I've gotten to see you a bunch.
Yeah, it has been fun. So we are on day 3 and our final day that I've been calling like a healing series with Anastasia. And my guest has been the lovely Heather, who's been gracious to experience my some of the work that I do. And I know that prior to this week, I know you're familiar a little bit with the dowsing, the super connection. But I think the frequency numbers were new to you, and probably maybe the flower essences will be new to you as well.
Yeah, the frequency numbers were totally new. I was blown away. And I have some familiarity with flower essences, from the box at Whole Foods, but I haven't ever used them consistently. And so I'm really excited to hear, to learn today.
Awesome. And I know that you felt some shifts after the frequency session. Did you feel anything after, or did you use the numbers, on Wednesday at all, or was it just that when we were together?
Um, let's see. I can say that I was very tired. Like really, I needed some extra rest. Um, and that's always a sign that something's happening. Um, and um, and then I had some really cool kind of synchronicities that happened, which were fun. And I think that those always happen when you're, kind of lined up. So I felt like those frequency numbers helped put me in the right path. And they're always a sign that you're doing good, keep going. So yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, that's really nice to hear. I know with the energy work, for sure, there's so many things that can happen. And one thing I feel is people can just have such a shift where it lifts you up. It gives you such an energy boost that you're like riding high almost.
Hmm.
And then there's the total opposite end of the spectrum where you get really tired because there's so much lifting off and releasing. So people
Yeah.
need to rest. And then there's the stuff in between, that's very varied. But those are like the highs and the lows of it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Cool. Thank you for sharing that. That was a
Yeah.
nice check-in. I personally don't love it when I hit those tired times, but I know that that's like really, really deep work that's
Mhm.
been moving or has, starting to release. So, like the deeper the shift is, I think for me anyway, everyone's different, the more rest I need.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, this segment is going to be about flower essences. And I dowsed for Heather before, just a little bit before this morning. There were 3 that came up for you. So I'm going to share with you what they are and the description. And the flower essences that I make for people, I do custom blends for people, and I have made my own flower essences. It doesn't mean that if I see one that I don't have that, I'll definitely purchase one that I don't have. But the majority of the ones that I'm using to douse with are ones that I've made from, just my own backyard or, yeah, pretty much my own backyard. All right. So, and they come in like when I do a custom, um, it's a little tincture bottle like this, and people will take 2 to 3 drops under the tongue 2 to 3 times a day. Or you can simply just put it in your drinking water and drink that throughout the day. And it carries the energy and vibration of the particular flower. So that's how that works. So again, I keep going back to stones and crystals. Like each stone has a vibration and an energetic print and healing properties to it. Flowers are the same way. So we're just capturing pretty much the essence of the flower in a bottle. Um, and so I'm going to read what I picked for you, and then I'm going to read the descriptions. So the first one, and some I have pictures of, and the last one I don't. So the first one is called Self Heal. There's a plant called Self Heal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I have a card, and I'm going to read off the card, and I also did a little research to get more information, but, oh, there we go. Yeah. So
Cool.
this flower essence represents responsibility. True healing is a journey that engages the whole of your being in a spiraling process of deeper and deeper levels of understanding and self-awareness. Self-heal addresses the special connection between your soul and your body and encourages you to take responsibility for your personal journey.
Okay.
I did pull up something else. Let me just hop on over to a Word document. The other qualities that self-heal possess are it stimulates our life forces, so increasing vitality in the physical body, and brings resilience and openness to change.
Okay.
So that description says when you're experiencing backaches, neck aches, headaches, when you feel dizzy, foggy, out of body, ungrounded, this is helpful for overall body stress as you adjust to rapidly increasing spiritual frequencies. So that's self-heal.
Wow. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I found this. I don't have this plant currently, but I found it years ago. I was living somewhere else up on the North Shore, and I bought this beautiful plant and made a flower essence with it. I think I might have even made an oil with it as well. So very cool. All right. Did any of that speak to you?
I think that, the vitality, certainly, openness to change, I think I feel like I'm open to change, but it's probably the change that I want and not necessarily other change.
Mm, yeah. So maybe from a higher perspective, like change that your guides or your higher self know that you really need. So yeah, we have it from our perspective, but then spirit wants more for us. Maybe is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
there's maybe a piece we don't see just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. You can always say that you don't resonate with them too. It's just a check-in. So the second one is the mullein plant or the mullein flower. I don't have a picture of that, but I can describe it because people often see these on the side of the road. So I'll do my best. It's a big cluster at the bottom, and it's a light green. And when you touch the leaves, it's very soft. But you'll recognize it because the stalk can be almost 6 feet tall. Very, very tall, and it's got yellow flowers that come off the stalk. So that one, there aren't a lot of plants that look like that are 6 feet tall that have that like nice fuzzy base at the bottom with the yellow flowers. So if you happen to, see
Yeah, I think I've seen that. I think I know.
which one it is.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I mean, people have it in their yards for sure. If you're in the herbal world, you have mullein in your yard. A lot of people do. But other than that, I see it like along the highway, or if I'm walking, it's just, scattered along the sideways and the roadways. So it finds a way to get the seed and grow. It's pretty resilient, honestly, to grow. I mean, 6 feet tall. It's pretty amazing. So I'm going to read that description because this one I thought was really interesting. Mullein clears the mind of trivial pursuits, enhancing the ability for one to hear a distinct inner voice. This essence also strengthens an individual's moral conscience or inner light, which can be empowering against social pressures that hinder one from reaching their potential. So, the key phrases are to hearing the inner voice and leaning into your inner light. So there's a couple of beautiful sentences that someone wrote that mullein exemplifies. So I'll read those. It says, I stand true to my inner guidance. I hear the spiritual call which guides me. I witness this truth to others, and I bear aloft a torch of true spirit light.
That feels very supportive of what, what I'm working on here with you, which is that clarity in what I'm doing with my business, expanding this new part of my business and promoting it.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that one is really, really cool. And people can, of course, anyone watching this, you guys can just get on your search engines and write in mullein flower essence meaning. And it should, populate a bunch of different websites. So if anyone is curious, I have several books, but, that's how if people are curious, they can just hop online. And then there are people that, one of my herbal teachers does flower essence journeys with people. So it's a meditation where he has you journey to the plant to get your own message from it. And what happens inevitably in a big group is that everyone gets a really, really similar message because the plant has a signature quality to it. So he'll go around after and ask, what did you get? What did you get? And it's like everyone's saying pretty much the same words. There might be a really specific meaning for you that's like an extra thing. But yeah, if it's a grounding plant, everyone's going to be like grounding for chakra, things like that.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
It's very interesting. And the last one I got is rose. And I have a card, so I'll pop that up after I read it. So rose is about joy. Rose is comforting and soothing, infusing your heart and soul with gratitude and joy, and helping you to stay centered and loving to yourself and others when it is needed the most. Rose reminds you to be open to the sweetness of life and supports your personal growth, whatever the conditions surrounding you may be. And here's Rose. Yeah. And that's just, yeah, isn't that nice? So for most people, not everyone resonates with rose, but I think when you smell a rose, whether it's in the garden or in a vase, rose has this beautiful quality of bringing you into your heart center. The smell is like, it's so soft, it's beautiful, it's intoxicating, and it drops you into heart. So when you're working with it as a plant, it's wonderful for grief and depression and things like that, lifting up the heart. So the flower essence is similar. Yeah. So how did that one resonate or feel?
I mean, it feels great. Who doesn't want more of that?
Right? Yeah. Nice. So those are the three that I doused for you, for this session today. And as I mentioned, when people order one, I will break out my big group of them, and I'll use my pendulum to douse to see what's needed. And you'll get anywhere from, I don't know, like 7 to 12 essences in a bottle like this.
Wow.
Yeah. So I do a couple that are individual because they're really powerful. So this one is echinacea. And the reason that I love this one so much is it really helps and supports trauma, any kind of trauma. It could be like a little trauma or really, really deep trauma. It just helps to support it and move it out of your system, whether it's in the mind, in the heart, in the body. And I find that when I'm super, super anxious, I will take some drops of this and it calms me down. When I'm really like ramped up and there's just a lot going on and I can't calm down, that's my go-to. And then I have another little one here that is, this has just 2 essences in it. This is I call this strength and protection. So it's strengthening the internal, and then it creates a boundary. One of the flower essences creates a boundary for your auric field so that if you're very, very sensitive, people's stuff can't come in and push through. And so it just sort of, I think of like Star Wars where they put up the force field, right? Like they put up this energetic boundary. And these flower essences are that powerful where it creates a bubble. And you're sort of protected and you don't let like a lot of outside forces coming in. And because I love that one so much, I created a spray. because for some people it's just important to spray it. It's unscented, but
Mhm.
it's important to spray that on you and create that energetic bubble.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
those are like the one, yeah. So those are the ones that I do single flowers, because I personally have found a great benefit with them.
Mm,
But everything else is a custom blend.
got it. Got it.
So do
Wow.
you have any questions? I know you said that you're familiar with Bach, and
Hmm.
Dr. Bach has a line that most health food stores carry, for sure. And I forget how many he has, like 17 or 20 or something like that in
Yeah.
his line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just I wasn't sure um how people used them, but it's orally. You just take them in your water or under your tongue and
Typically, yep. But if people don't want to do that, they can like put them in a spray bottle, or I can put it in a spray bottle for you to use, where you spray yourself. You can spray your pillow right before you go to bed at night. You can spray a room, but if you're working, if you have an office, or if you're going to be in the kitchen all day, you can spray, um, the room that you're in. What else? I do make them for pets as well. So for that, I would do this. And you just put a couple drops in their drinking water that they're drinking from all day long. But yeah, you don't have to take it internally. You can just put it in the water at the beginning of your day, and go
yeah.
on. You can put it in bath water. There's a lot of different ways
Okay.
to be able to use them. But
Yeah.
if you buy the ones in the health food store, it comes even in a smaller bottle. I think they do half-ounce bottles,
Hmm.
and those they recommend that you take internally. But there's nothing to say that you can't put some of those drops if you have a spray bottle and spray it on yourself, the Bach flower ones.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you can also like put some in the water that you water your plants with. That's fine too.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, it's coming from the plant, so it's like
Yeah.
you're gifting some of that back to them.
Yeah. And do you find that like they hold their vibration forever, or does it last for a few months and then it sort of dissipates?
In the bottle, do you mean?
Yeah.
So I've had some, well, yeah, I'm gonna say forever, because the ones that I use, I have had for 5 or 6 years, and the potency is just as strong as when I first created them.
Yeah.
So with flower essences too, the more you dilute them, the more powerful they get. It's sort of similar to how homeopathy works. So yeah, I've had, like I said, at least 6 years, 7 years that I've had some. And I just pulled out, I had a whole bunch of these, and I pulled them out and I held them and I tested them, and they feel the strength is still there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
that's a good
So
question.
awesome.
That's a good question. So typically a bottle will last somebody about 2 months. And then if they're ready for another one, they can, ask me to do another custom. But I know you were asking, like, in general, like if you have some at home, how good. There might be an expiration date on the ones you have. I would take a look. But I feel that they're holding that energetic vibration. And then the other beautiful thing is you can just hold it, right? And ask for that flower essence to be re-energized in the bottle. You can ask the
Mm.
spirit of it to be re-energized.
Mm.
And typically before you take it, you're tapping it several times, and that re-energizes it as well. So you always
Mm.
want to do this before
Okay.
you take it. Yeah. But you
Okay.
can use your intention. If you're feeling like there isn't, yeah, but
Okay.
they're good. They're good.
Okay. Oh wow, so cool.
Yeah.
Love it. I have to order that from you, my custom blend.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions?
No, I think that's it. Thank you so much for all of this. It was so fun to do this week and to learn your different modalities a little bit and experience them. I had a great time.
Oh, thank you. I'm very grateful to you for saying yes. And we just booked it really quickly, and thanks for being available. It's been a lot of fun for me, and I've enjoyed sharing it with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So we're going to say goodbye, and I'll see you guys next week. I'll be on doing some other lives. So thanks again, Heather, and thanks for
You're
everyone.
welcome.